What up, fam? So I got the Lego flower bouquet set number 10280, and well, I literally only got it for one thing, and that's just to take Instagram photos with it. Also because the flowers won't die. So if you see my Instagram, I kind of have a little theme going on, and it's things that I've implemented from my previous job, where I kind of took a lot of inspiration from one of my partners at work, and she taught me a lot as far as marketing and taking proper Instagram photos, because there's a science behind it. And I'm not really trying to grow my Instagram, I'm letting it grow generically. I don't really post a lot on Instagram, which is the reason why it's not like blowing up. I use it just for means of using it. My grid is really important. I'm gonna take you on a little journey on how I create an Instagram photo using Lego. Before buying this set, I already knew that this set was actually gonna be pretty cool. Now, after building every flower and putting it in a glass jar, I'm really lost for words because it's really attractive to see Lego in a flower form. We have a few roses, some snapdragons, a lavender, an aster flower, daisies, and a California poppy. I did not really go into thought about what I was actually creating. I definitely recommend this as a centerpiece for anyone who loves Lego. This will be a really good gift, I will say. So, beside the point, I placed my bouquet in a large glass jar. I think it was best suited for the needs of what I wanted to do. And I had a number of jars that I was actually playing with, and this one suited the best. A clear jar does work well. This is what I ended up doing. It works very well. They're very cheap to get, so it's a good little knick-knack to always have when you have real flowers, let alone Lego flowers. So for those of you who follow me on Instagram, I do have somewhat of a grid theme that I like to go off of. I like this minimalist type of feel with a Lego set. I do have a lifestyle look that I like to implement sometimes, which is having some sort of plant in the background. Blame my hipster self. It does look really good when you look at a grid perspective, meaning if you were to look at my page initially, the first 9 photos that you see, and I do like sorry, the wind is blowing really heavily by my house, but I do like having a little touch of green within my photos when I can, where I can. Sometimes I can't ultimately do it with everything I do, but I do like the way it looks initially when you look at a screen. And like a YouTube channel, Instagram works the same exact way, whereas your initial photos that you post or initial videos that you project out into the world as a content creator, you leave a first impression. So if you want to grow on Instagram or YouTube, it's not really wise just to post whatevers. Everything you place in a social platform is not something to just kind of throw away. And also you want to feed your followers what they subscribe to you for. I haven't really placed a focus on Instagram for a long while, hence why I kind of slowed down in my growth. But if I really wanted to, I can continue going forward with it. I also like to not have the focus point of my item be in the dead center. Having it placed in different parts of the screen does a lot for the photo, at least in my opinion. It highlights the photo and the background at the same time. Try not having something centered, but also being the focus point. It is something that you kind of have to play with. I'm not going to get in photography, nor was I an expert at it. But aside from that, I got my inspiration and know-how playing with Instagram from my previous job before my previous job, and that is working for Urban Outfitters. I used to work for this company for a very long time during my college years and my end tenure as a Marine. I rose the ranks pretty high, but what I learned aside from merchandising and all that kind of stuff, which is how to post an Instagram photo. And if you really want to dig deep in here, there are some photos of me like way back when. Oh, some of my friends are still on here. But as you can see, that type of lifestyle is still on here. Damn, Haley, you're still on here like it's cool. So my partner in crime, or my work wife, as my wife used to say, used to run this page. And she kept a pretty good theme going, and it did fairly well. Old as Lauren. She taught me a lot on how to create good Instagram content. She hasn't posted in a long while, and I hope she is doing well. Hopefully, Lauren, if you're watching this for some damn reason, you know I still got your back. Little shout out to you. You haven't posted since this. Wow. Goddamn, girl. But I've taken what I've learned and put it in other places, like my motorcycle club photos, which I also still haven't done. Like I said, I've been really neglecting all my Instagram like facets outside of the Lego, but even the Lego I really haven't been doing much. Here you can see that there is a solid plan or theme, which is black and white with some hidden highlights of specific things, what have you. But you can scroll down here. It's another page that I've managed. So even the Instagram photos of my children, which I have a separate one for them because I know in my own personal one, not my Lego one, my personal one, a lot of people just don't want to see my kids. So I want to show some of them off and highlight to those who really want to see it. As you can see here, I do have a common theme going down. And if you were to click on this page on your first impression, you'll know exactly what you're getting into. Oh, I haven't really seen a lot of these photos in a very long time. Oh my god, I'm crying. I'm dying! God, Ezra's small here. Oh, anyways, so even my personal one, in which it doesn't really have a going theme, has a specific filter style that may be attractive, but this is a perfect example of just randomness. Oh, dude, these are some old photos. Aw, Coachella. Oh, when we bought a house. I haven't looked at these photos in a very long while. Wow. So there's a lot that goes into an Instagram photo, at least how I do things. Now you're looking at a house in which I have 2 small children running amok. My house is never clean, but my wife and I like to have our home at a very minimalistic feel, aside from my Lego room. So everything in my house is either functional or it's clutter. That's how we keep our minimalistic feel, especially because we have an open floor plan home. But unfortunately, our house is still a mess. And when I take photos, I have to pretty much put everything away. You never know where the angle of the shot might end up. And there are things in the background that might be a little embarrassing if you were to leave it out, like a coffee cup, a bottle, some food laying astray, some dirt or dust, what have you not. So at a panoramic scale, I like to tidy up as much as I can. And even at that, I'll move chairs, I'll move this or that to get the shot that I need. I like natural lighting when it comes to photos because it just works best. Unless I have the 3-point lighting system, which is really hard to do just for an Instagram photo, natural lighting works, especially because I have these large windows. So I will literally take hundreds of photos until I find the right one that I can technically work with. I might not be able to find the photo that works well initially, but I could always work on it on post. But if I'm able to find that perfect shot and work on it in post, all the merrier. So literally what is happening is that I'm trying to find that right picture on every angle that I can possibly manage. So in this case, with Lego shines. That's the problem. So you don't really want to use a lot of fluorescent lighting because it just bounces unless you can diffuse it somehow with the diffuser. Natural lighting, it doesn't hurt so much, but you do have to work with what you have. And the lighting is really only one-dimensional unless you can really open up everything. So within my own home, I like to open as much curtains as possible to let as much light come in every direction. So when it's finally time to take my photo, I will take a number of them. Wow, the wind is blowing hard. Until I find that right shot. And when I do, I continue to take a few more until I find it. I'll look back to see what I have. If I'm not comfortable with it, I'll do it again. In my phone or my camera, I will literally have hundreds of photos of one shot. A lot of variables come into play for that right shot. But for all you photographers out there, it's well worth it. I mean, it's not like we're working with film anymore. All right, so let me know what you guys think. This is how I get my process for my Instagram photos using Lego as a device. Let me know if you guys put any thought into your photos. I mean, there are content creators that really don't care about all this stuff and still grow fast. That's totally cool. I personally like to have a very thought out grid. That's just my own personal OCD-ness. I like the way it is. It's a trendy thing to do. And I like that lifestyle photo. It just looks professional in my opinion. And using Lego as a medium is fun to do. So let me know what you guys think. If you made it with me all the way to the end of this video, give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down, like, comment, subscribe below, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys, peace.